Hello, Lauren, and anyone else watching. This is Kim with Body Moxie, and today I'll be showing some movements, stretches, and an exercise that you can do based on Lauren's question, which is neck and shoulder tension and stiffness when she first wakes up in the morning. Of course, this can apply to any time of the day. Maybe you've been on the computer for a long day, or just a lot of people tend to hold their stress in this part of our body, so it's very common. And then she also mentioned some strengthening for her core. And actually, those two are really related, because when there is a lot of tension in the upper part of your body, it's really difficult to access your core efficiently and for your body to have optimal alignment. A lot of us today in modern society, because we're on our electronics and just because our eyes are in front of our body, we tend to be forward. And if we're in a slumped posture, then our neck will react. So the back of my neck is really short in that posture. You want to have your chin dropped a little bit towards your throat, so the back of your neck is nice and long, and then you feel the rest of your body really open. It feels so nice just to do that, to have that support and space through my spine and a grounding through my body. It doesn't mean that you have to lift your chest out this way. A lot of people think this is good posture. It's really just maintaining the natural curves of your spine. So let's say you first wake up in the morning, Lauren, and whoever else, or you can do this anytime throughout the day, and you've got that stiffness. Oftentimes it's more about smooth movement, and really breathing is everything. So I'm going to cue inhales and exhales through all of this. If you're not breathing, none of this really matters. So that said, if you just sit and breathe and open your lungs and your rib cage in all directions, you'll be doing yourself a great favor. But on top of that, you can add these movements to help with stiffness and movement through your torso. So, standing, say you just wake up, you get out of bed, you're going to slowly, like, you know how your arms naturally swing, so you're going to imitate that movement, maybe a little bit bigger than normal. And you're going to inhale as you go to one side, looking over the shoulder. Exhale to go to the other side. So I'm just maintaining a very smooth, slow, easy pace, allowing my arms to move in this natural alignment. You don't have to go this high. If you have something going on with the shoulder, you can just take it at a lower range. But you want to have your head part of the movement. Notice that just because my arm is coming up doesn't mean my shoulder has to raise. My upper traps, these bossy muscles that get really tight, they don't need to do anything right now. So you can tell them it's their time to chill. And you're just allowing your bones to slide past each other. That's all you're doing here. And breathing, of course. So it's a nice way to wake up that mobility through your thorax. The other thing that's nice to do for your neck, which I did this a lot when I was first practicing a lot of Pilates and learning how to not engage and tension my neck first. So you're going to imagine that your nose is like a paintbrush, and you're going to draw the infinity symbol with your nose, and so basically a figure 8 on its side, and you keep it pretty small. So it's not like something like this, and it actually should feel really calm and like nothing is really happening as far as like strength. It should feel very easy. And it's nice because we often don't move in this really small range, and your spine has so much capability for all these micro movements. Where my spine meets my skull, there's all these amazing movements. Go the other way, which will feel a bit awkward. Awkward's good. And again, you're just breathing. Shoulders are relaxed. And just noticing if, oh wow, it feels a bit weird going on this side and I don't really want to go on that curve, that means it would be a good place for you to try going. And what this does is strengthen those little tiny muscles along the vertebrae that you can't feel too much, and they support your spine so that the spine is supported on its own versus these little muscles being really atrophied and then your spine going out of alignment and then your big muscles having to grab on and pull your skeleton into optimal alignment. This way, the big muscles, they don't need to be involved. It's not their job to do this like just sitting, stabilizing. Their job is for more the big movements. So those two things with your breathing can be amazing to do any time of the day. Say you're sitting at your desk, you're so focused, in this close range at your computer, look at something far away and then give your neck a little bit of love. And over time, I promise you, you will feel so much more free in your spine and aware of what's going on with your alignment. Okay, so say you want to add a core exercise to this. It's also focused on keeping the neck released. I don't advocate for sit-ups in general, just don't think they make much sense. But this is a very proper supported sit-up. I wouldn't even call it a sit-up, I'd call it an upper abdominal curve. So you want to grab some kind of prop. And so say you have a big Pilates ball like this, that's great. This is pretty big for what we're doing, so this would be more intense. This one's deflated, so this would be a more subtle. If you don't have a ball, just grab a sweater. Here's my sweater, or a pillow, doesn't matter. So I'm going to roll this up so it's on the smaller side, and then place it between my shoulder blades. So I'm going to lie back, put it right between my shoulder blades, and hands behind my head, release the head back. And this can be a really amazing feeling. For me, I could go for a bigger prop, but if you're doing this for the first time, it's probably best to start with something smaller like this. If it's too intense, all you have to do is move the prop up a little bit higher, and the angle on your spine is less severe. I'm going to come down a little bit. So you're going to take 3 slow inhales and exhales, just centering yourself in this position. It can be a very intense release for a lot of people. You're going to be stretching your pecs, your lats, opening up your spine in a reverse curve. Then you're going to take your elbows a little bit forward so you can see them out of the corners of your eyes. Make sure your hips are just relaxed. You're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, drop your chin towards your throat like I showed you sitting. Pause for a moment and check in that your head is literally falling into your hands. So I'm holding the weight of my skull, which is 10 to 12 pounds, and release back down. If I don't come up that way, this is what usually happens. Very uncomfortable neck strain. Okay, so the first thing again is chin towards the throat, feel the back of the neck long. Now, if you feel good there, my neck muscles are not involved. My ribs are pushing into the prop to bring me up. So I feel the upper abdominals right here work to bring me to this position. I'm looking down towards my hips, and I release all the way back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin towards the throat, ribs take over, head is just along for the ride. Again, I'm not tensing with my neck, I'm not pulling my neck like that either. Breathe to come back. Repeat, inhale, exhale. Let all the air leave your lungs, really exhale. Repeat again, inhale at the bottom, exhale, chin towards the throat. Now, if you're feeling like a rock star here, you want to add to this, you can extend the arms. For some people, this is too much for the neck straight away, so you can just keep your hands there. If you want to add more core challenge, you could take one leg up which in Pilates we call this tabletop. And you could do a little bit of toe taps here to challenge your abdominals. If you start feeling your neck or your back in a strain kind of way, then you just put the leg down, take a moment, start again. Try the other leg. And you can get more and more advanced as you go. You can do both legs, you can alternate. This would be the hardest with both feet coming down. So you don't have to do much to feel the benefit there. To come out of this, and also just to come out of bed in the morning, lie on your side. Use this outside arm to push yourself up. It's the best way to protect your back coming up to sitting. So I hope those movements and that last abdominal exercise was helpful. I went through it a little bit quickly, but I just wanted to get to the point. Really, any time that you can put your back in that reverse curve with support is amazing. Sometimes I just lie backwards on my couch and let my head and upper spine fall off the couch. So anything like that is really opening up your spine, because we are constantly in the other direction. And that alone can relieve a lot of neck and shoulder tension. So thanks for watching. Let me know how it works out for you.